Hey, what's up, folks? This King Kunji coming back this morning again with the new morning message on my way to work, as usual. Drinking my second cup of coffee. Almost awoke. Didn't get a workout in this morning. Got a lot of things to do today. I was going to try to get a workout in during my lunch break, but I think I have to make a run to the post office, so I won't be able to get that done. But anyway, today's morning message is, I haven't really given a title, but it's inspired by a conversation I had yesterday. Recent conversations, actually. Changing your thinking. Now, this is a very typical, generic, common topic when you are looking at, motivational videos, and even go to the motivational book section in a bookstore. Change your thinking. When I think about that, I think of authors like John C. Maxwell. I love his books on, changing your thinking. Even the philosopher James Allen, you know what I'm saying? You are what you think, so to speak. But anyway, what made me want to talk about this morning was a conversation I had yesterday. I was talking to someone about another person, about the challenges that person was having, a very serious challenge, and they didn't really know how to navigate through that challenge. So they only saw one way. They only saw one way to solve their problem or overcome their challenge, one way. And I never believe, and I never accept the idea there's one way to do anything. I believe that there's only one way that we can think of, and I think what happens is that's where the ego comes into play, where when I say ego, it's like, okay, well, I only know one way of overcoming an obstacle or challenge. So because that's the only way that I know, that has to be the only way, because it's hard for people to accept the idea that there may be more out there we don't know. To exercise that humility, even alone, to admit to ourselves that, I honestly just don't know another way. And it's hard for us to admit shit like that to ourselves for whatever reason, but that can be dangerous for our growth if we can exercise that type of humility to say, hey, I don't fucking know, Now, if the challenge or obstacle means that much, overcoming that challenge and obstacle, if that means that much in your life, and you conclude to yourself that, you know what, I only see this thing one way. I'm not the type of person that's really good at creative thinking. I'm not really good at problem solving. I'm not really good at analytical thinking. I'm not really good at critical thinking. I'm not really good at synthetical thinking. When you come to that conclusion and you say, okay, that's a problem for me. That's not being good at critical thinking, creative thinking, analysis, or synthesis is hindering how I navigate through problems, hindering how I navigate through obstacles in life. If I was better at these different forms of thinking, life would be a lot easier when it comes to navigating perceived challenges in my life. So once you come to that conclusion, like any of my other videos, when a person says, I'm 250 pounds, I want to get down to 150 pounds, but I don't know how. Either A, you go find somebody who do, or B, you do the research yourself to find out how. Okay, what do I need to do about diet? What do I need to do about exercise? It's the same method, different thing. If you say, well, I just don't think that way. My whole life, I just don't think that way. I think like this. I think like A. I never thought like B. But if you think thinking like B is going to help you, you can't just go off on the shit, well, I just don't normally think like that. Let me tell you something, man. Yeah, we got some great problem solvers in this world. Yeah, we got some great critical thinkers in this world. And it's not a competition to see who can do it the best. It's about doing it best for you. Developing your own thinking ability, critical thinking ability, analysis or creative thinking, whatever, to help you navigate through problems for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, being comparing yourself to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because sometimes, people get stressed out, they had come to these conclusions about themselves. Premature, again, like I said before, most of these videos are based on shit I've been dealing with for most of my life. I made a whole bunch of generalizations about premature generalizations about myself. Premature conclusions. Concluding like, I am this, I am that. I was making conclusions like that about myself before I was 30 years old. Before I really came into knowledge of who I am. And I ain't talking about knowledge of who I am historically or ethnically. I'm talking about who I am spiritually and who I am emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And who I am in reference to how close I am to walking my purpose, man. You know, don't make premature conclusions about yourself. You could be really limiting yourself by saying, this is just who I am. No, man, you who you decide to be. A criminal who go around killing motherfuckers, if he says, well, that's just who I am. No, man, that's just who you decided to be. You know, if a person says, well, you know, if somebody say this to me, you know, I'm going to hit them in their mouth. I get upset. That's just who I am. No, that's who you decide to be. We got free will. We have a choice to think any kind of way we want, do what we want to do, as long as we're willing to accept the consequences of that particular decision or action. So if you're a person that says, I don't typically think like that, or whatever that is, if you feel like that is something that's going to help you navigate through life, then you need to figure out how to think like that. You know what I'm saying? If you believe thinking like that could help you. You know what I'm saying? This whole defeated shit, you know what I'm saying? Just saying that, well, you know, I'm just like this and I'm just going to settle with that in life and just fucking die like that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You do what, that's like a person saying, well, a football player who says, I run a 4.5 40. That's just it. You know, no, if you feel like running a 4.4 or 4.3 is going to better help you play your position in football, then you put in the work to get there. Now, guess what? There are some people, no matter how hard they work, no matter how many sprints they do every day, some football players is just not going to run a 4.3 40. That's just a fact, no matter how much hard work they put in. But the thing is, they put in the effort and they put in the work to try. What kills me is the people who don't even put in the effort to try. They just prematurely conclude defeat and say, look, you know what, that's just not me. I'm just not capable of doing that. Don't do that. Well, look, I don't want this video to cut off. Look, we are who we decide to be. You can enhance your thinking ability, your critical thinking, your creative thinking, synthetical thinking, analytical thinking, because those are different forms of thinking. And if you believe that it can help you navigate through life problems and challenges, then figure out a way to better enhance your thinking. You know, there's many books out there on how to enhance your thinking, or meditate. Shit, man. Just start analyzing yourself. Well, look, this is King Kunji. Eat clean. Be Ogun Strong. Let's get fit. I'm out.